Welcome to Life's Questions, the podcast fueled by curiosity and wonder. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited that you are here with me today. Let's get started with today's question. Are you easily discouraged? Are you easily discouraged? So I'll just come out and answer this question for myself first. Yes. Yes, honey, I am. I was recently working on my email newsletter. So for the podcast, my form of marketing, my only form of marketing, because I am highly allergic to social media, is my email newsletter. And I was having some kind of technical issue. I think the subject line wasn't formatting correctly. Like it was looking a hot mess. And I could not figure out how to make it work. And I, of course, reached out to the tech support for the email service that I use. And they were very helpful, but they also couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not sending the email, whatever. Nobody's getting a newsletter this week. It's fine. I only have, what did I say? I only have 30 people on my email newsletter list. It's fine. Nobody cares. And then I stepped back and I was like, girl, first of all, relax, take a deep breath, go do something else, and let your mind get clear. And of course I did that. And I came back maybe a few hours later, came back to it. And I said, you know what? This is important to me. I do want to figure this out. Let me see what I can do. And we solved the problem. It was fine. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I am so easily discouraged. Like if it's not something that I can get done like that, it's like, I'm not doing it. I was like, I got to bring this to the podcast because I want this to be a space of current struggles as well as lessons, right? There are questions that I ask myself constantly throughout the day, all day, every single day. That is just who I am. I live my life in curiosity. So I know that is helpful, but I also want to use this platform to let you know I am just as human as you are. I struggle with stuff all the time. And I feel like we don't have enough of the struggles out in the world. Like we always see the polished, like for instance, if you received my email newsletter, that's all you would have received. You wouldn't have known that I was sitting up here struggling and getting irritated, right? But it's important for me to tell you that so that when you feel like you're struggling with something or that when you feel easily discouraged, you know that that's one, super okay to feel discouraged. That's totally normal. And two, there is a process to get over that hump, right? And to move through that discouragement. So I really, really hope that this is helpful for you. I hope that you understand that it's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to feel irritated, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that project you're working on or that goal that you're pursuing or that step that you're taking is invalid, right? It just means it's a moment of frustration. It's a moment to be discouraged and to give yourself that time to check in, right? When I was fully discouraged, I knew because I do this work, I ask myself these questions, I check in with myself. I knew it was time to go do something else. It was not time to make the decision to quit in that moment. It was time for me to go step away, get my mind right, do something completely that had nothing to do with that particular thing I was being, discouraged by, and then come back to it in a new light. So hopefully that is helpful for you as you're asking yourself this question in curiosity, not judgment. I really, really encourage you to explore it in whatever way works best for you. So you can take it on a walk if you'd like. You can, think about it while you're doing the dishes. You can journal. I love journaling. I'm very biased. I always write. That is definitely how I explore these questions. But always, always do whatever works best for you. So thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate every single listen. Anytime my little analytics goes over the number 1, I'm happy. I'm like, at least one person outside of me is listening to this podcast. So if you're listening on Spotify, on Apple, on YouTube, please leave a comment. I am here for it. Let me know what you thought about the episode. If you have suggestions as well for other episodes, I'd love to hear those as well. And until next time, take care.